tell her every day. Yeah, I know, when I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah. Her lips, I could kiss them all day if she'd let me. Her laugh, she hates but I think it's so sexy. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Oh, you know, I never ask you to change. If perfect's what you're searching for, then just stay the same. So don't even bother asking if you look okay. You know I'll say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. The way you are. The way you are. Girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. There's no words to show you how. No song that's come from David's crowd. I'll take my soul, pour it out at your feet. I wait patiently for you. Oh, I will forever and always put you before me till the end of time. But until then, till my last breath rolls in, oh, I am yours, you are mine. My heart beats for you alone. No house can hold the love that we own. Every time you fall from grace to your knees, I'll wait patiently for you. Oh, I will
If everyone could please stand.
I know you gave us some place to go. I never said thank you for that. I thought I might get one more chance. What would you think of me now? So lucky, so strong, so proud. I never said thank you for that. Now I never have a chance. May angels lead you in. Here you meet my friends on the sleepless roads, the sleepless go. May angels lead you in.
And promises, how to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall, but watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow.
Be seated. On behalf of Eduan and Marlize, the Nordia and Meerendal families, I would like to welcome everyone here this afternoon. Just a quick introduction. My name is Stephanie. I am actually a newly ordained minister. So you can officially call me Father Stephanie if you would like. I am open to that. So please enjoy. Let's share some laughs. This is going to be a great day, where two amazing people and two amazing families are going to become one. Now, before we get started, I also would like to just recognize that the mother of the bride, she is here. Kathy is here with us today. I want to make sure that we take a moment to honor her presence. So if you don't mind, if everyone could bow their heads and just do a quick prayer. Dear Lord, Kathy's little girl, she's a bride today. Please let her feel her mom's presence. We know that those we love never truly leave us. They walk alongside us every single day. Still loved, still missed, forever present in our hearts. Lord, please bless these two beautiful people that stand in front of you today. Surround them with warmth and love every day from here on out. May this be the start of something truly beautiful. Amen. There we go. Good afternoon, dearly beloved. I feel like it's appropriate to start it a little bit formal. So dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to bear witness to the holiest of matrimony between two beautiful souls, Eduan and Marlize. Today is a celebration of love, a celebration of commitment, of friendship, of family, of two people who are madly in love with each other. Just look at them. I mean, you can't deny it. Look at them. Look how madly in love they are. They are committing to be in love as well, together forever. If you're here today, it does also mean that Marlize and Eduan, they are thankful to have you in their lives. Maybe you've watched both of them grow up. You've probably laughed and cried together at some point. You might have worked with them or went to school with them. Maybe you even helped them out of a sticky situation. Whatever it is, however you landed yourself here, they are blessed to have you in their lives. And to offer your love and support, and to just be there for them, for their union, to witness this beautiful day, and to allow them to start their married life together, surrounded by the people, you, who mean the absolute most to them. So now, for those of you that don't know, the beautiful love story of Eduan and Marlize goes a little bit like this. On one fateful evening at the U Spectacular of all places, I mean, seriously, these two, they laid eyes on each other for the very first time. It's kind of a classic tale. Boy sees a beautiful girl across the room, and with the help of one of his wingmen, Denver, he kind of built up the courage to go over and ask Marlize for a picture. I don't know. I think it was kind of, yeah, thanks, Denver. Thanks for that. That's great. A more modern twist to the classic tale, though, is that after the guys made their first contact, Marlize and Melissa went away wondering if they actually did meet a Mr. South Africa and a professional footballer. Like, who meets people that have those job descriptions, right? Seriously. So what did they do? They did what anyone would do in 2000 whatever. They Googled them. And they found out that in fact they were telling the truth. The strange thing about their meeting that first resulted in the kick-ass friendship, and then after a while developed into something a little bit more serious, into a romance, it was how they met and the fact that the universe almost pushed these two together. I've heard the story about how they met from both of them. I wanted to get their individual sort of way of telling it. And the biggest thing that stands out for me is that neither of them were actually supposed to be there that day. Neither of them was supposed to be at the U Spectacular. They were both last-minute additions to the guest list. And on top of that, they both acted a little bit out of character. Just a little bit. Eduan went up to a perfect stranger that he'd spotted across a room and asked for a picture and got to talking. And Marlize, she invited this perfect stranger to stay and have dinner with them after the event at 10 o'clock at night. Because yes, who doesn't want to eat steak at 10 p.m. in Monte Casino? I mean, yeah. They might not have known it at the time, but they were 100% destined for each other. The truth is also that Eduan and Marlize, they've made so many amazing memories together over the years, across countries and continents, and of course, they're going to make even more. They've also had their fair share of goodbyes, but they've also found in each other a love that is everlasting. And it's safe to say that they are 100% themselves together. Yeah. I think we can all agree that they complement each other in every way, like yin and yang, and I couldn't imagine a more blessed and perfect union. On their journey, they are going to find that love and commitment, it's tough, it's hard sometimes. It is a matter of giving and taking, of sharing and receiving. There are going to be so many ups and downs, highs and lows, peaks and valleys. Those are all the same thing, by the way, in case you were following along. I just really wanted to drive the point home. Okay, we're all together. So this brings us to the point in the ceremony where we cover the definition of marriage. Now, I'm no expert. I have no ring on my finger. But from all of the research, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I've done a lot of research, though. I did. I spent a lot of time on the internet. At its most basic level, Marriage, it's a partnership. Marriage is also a promise. It's the ultimate promise that two people can make to each other. It's a promise of everlasting love. Marriage is also the combining of two individual people to form a united front, to form a team, like Manchester United, but cooler, better, and hopefully way more amazing and successful. Had to get a little Manchester United dig in there. I'm sorry. So, this gets to the special part of the ceremony. You two are going to stare into each other's eyes, lovingly, and some may consider this an awkwardly long amount of time, but it's okay. We're going to get into the exchanging of the vows. Eduan, I would like you to repeat after me. I, Eduan, take you, Marlize, to be my wife.
I, Eduan, take you, Marlize, to be my wife.
To love you when you drive me crazy.
To love you when you drive me crazy.
To respect you when we disagree.
To respect you when we disagree.
To support you if bad times come our way.
To support you if bad times come our way.
And to always remember how grateful I am.
And to always remember how grateful I am.
To have you by my side.
To have you by my side.
Marlize, you're up. I, Marlize, take you, Eduan, to be my husband.
I, Marlize, take you, Eduan, to be my husband.
To love you when you drive me crazy.
To love you when you drive me crazy.
To respect you when we disagree.
To respect you when we disagree.
To support you if bad times come our way.
To support you if bad times come our way.
And to always remember how grateful I am.
And to always remember how grateful I am.
To have you by my side.
To have you by my side.
We're almost there. We're in sort of the home stretch. Is everyone, we're in it? We're still in it together? Awesome. Tyler, buddy, do you want to come step forward? And you may start untying the knots over there. I don't know if you know this, Tyler, but the ring, do you know why we exchange rings in weddings? It seems like a weird kind of a tradition, doesn't it? Why does a ring mean that we're married? A ring is actually a symbol because it's a circle. It represents love, like how you love your dad and you're going to love him forever. And a circle is forever. And it just represents the fact that that love is supposed to stay in any kind of a relationship, especially a marriage, and just go around and around in a circle. It's a symbol that two people wear on their hand to remind themselves of the commitment that they made to each other today. Thank you so much for being a part of it. You've done your job absolutely splendidly. So Eduan, what you're going to do is, okay, we'll sort the hand out. There we go. There we go. You see, they complement each other perfectly. They're doing it already, and we're not even done yet. So Eduan, what you're going to do is you're going to place the ring on Marlize's finger, and then you are going to repeat after me. I give you this ring to wear with love and joy.
I give you this ring to wear with love and joy.
As a ring has no end.
As a ring has no end.
Neither shall my love for you.
Neither shall my love for you.
I choose you to be my wife this day and forevermore.
I choose you to be my wife this day and forevermore.
Beautiful. It fits. Marlize, you're up. Do you know why we do it on the left hand and on that finger specifically? Back in the old days, I'm going off script, sorry. Back in the old days, they used to think that there was a vein that ran from that finger all the way to the heart. And that putting the ring on that finger would make sure that the love and promise and commitment that you'd made to each other, that the ring represented, that the ring almost held that promise inside of itself, and that it would flow all the way from your hand to your heart, and that by placing the ring there, you would be together forever. So It's a nice little beautiful history as to why we put it there. So now you'll never forget what finger it goes on. Marlize, please place the ring on Eduan's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring to wear with love and joy.
I give you this ring to wear with love and joy.
As a ring has no end,
As the ring has no end,
neither shall my love for you.
neither shall my love for you.
I choose you to be my husband this day and forevermore.
I choose you to be my husband today and forevermore.
Close enough. It's good. It's good. You're good. Marlize, you may push the rest of the ring on the... There we go. There we go. Apply a little bit of pressure if we need to. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Marlize, Eduan, I want to wish you so much love and happiness as you continue your journey. May your love go stronger and stronger every year. As God today also adds his yes to your yes, he's now creating out of your love something new, something special. It's a covenant. It's a covenant between the two of you, between God as well. And with nothing left to be said, by the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Nordia. Okay, now we're going to try and do something pretty special for the couple. If everyone could jump up and grab their bubbles, we're going to form sort of an arch all the way down to the little opening. Yeah, from there. So you guys you're welcome to go to where the end of the chairs are. Just stand sort of next to each other. We're going to aim towards the sort of gap in the wall that Marlize and her dad walked out of. Get the bubbles ready.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, 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 come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul. It's a beautiful night, we're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares baby, I think I wanna marry you. Well, I know this little chapel on the boulevard we can go. No one will know. Oh, come on, girl. Who cares if we're trash? Got a pocket full of cash we can blow. Shots of Patrol, and it's on, girl. Don't say no, 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 no. Just say yeah, 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 yeah. And we'll go, 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 go. If you're ready, like I'm ready. Cause it's a beautiful night, we're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares baby, I think I wanna marry you. Oh, I'll go get a ring, let the choir bells sing like ooh. So what you wanna do?
We're going to play that game, right? Whenever everyone's making a noise, I'm just going to put up my hand. And then the last one to put up their hand has to have a tequila. Or a milkshake if you're at that table. All right, guys, just a few house rules to take note of, please. We spoke about some of these earlier, but just in case you don't know, the toilets are just around there, around the corner. No smoking indoors. Guys, we are in Cape Town. For those from PE, I don't know, have the smoking rules, have they hit PE yet? So why is PE different to Cape Town? I suppose you're only a few kilometers away. Hey, okay. All right, guys, so no smoking indoors. Please smoke outside. I mentioned earlier that the bar, it only accepts cards. Please, guys, no cash. The gift table is over here. So if anybody wants to bring their gifts, please do so over here. I believe that Denver, I think it was, is going back to Australia with the gifts, and you're doubling everything into Aussie dollars. Yeah? Thanks very much for that. So it's wonderful. What a gesture. Thank you so much. Don't worry, the Aussie dollar to the rand is great value for, although they're going back to Canada, so I guess. Guys, the sweet table is down there. You guys, only after main course. When we announce dessert, you can raid it. But until then, that stays intact. That goes for the rest of you as well, eh? I know, Damster, I'm watching you, eh? I know what you like with those macaroons, just we're watching. Guys, there is a video camera going around the room. Please, if you do see it, find Brett and Sabrina. Brett and Sabrina, put your hands up. Right. Yeah, there you go. Please, guys, there's a video camera going around. If you want to record a little message for Eduan and Marlize, please do so with one of them. You must record one. If you don't, he's in massive trouble. I'm in even bigger trouble. So please, guys, for the sake of our sanity, record your message. It must be no longer than 5 minutes and no shorter than 4.5 minutes. So please put some effort into it. You've got the next 4 hours to think about it. And yeah, for those who don't know me, my name is Justin Asher. Since I was a little kid, I have always dreamed of being a radio DJ. And for my entire life, I dreamed of being the opening act for a big radio DJ. So thanks to Eduan and Marlize, tonight I am the main act after a radio DJ. But she was phenomenal, wasn't she? Was that your first wedding? Yes? Well, it was like you had done 500 already, so congratulations. And here's to many, many more. Ladies and gentlemen, Eduan and Marlize. So, besides the best man at any wedding, there is one other important person on the groom's side, that is, and that's, of course, his father. So, to say the first few words of this evening, Andre, will you come up, please?
Before I get into say anything, I just want to ask you, please, that when you approach the sweetie table, you'll see there's lots of glass. And there are things that are balanced out. So please just be careful. When you grab, Jock, please just be careful, okay? Just please. Can somebody, Jane, can you maybe go with him and just look after him, please? Okay. I would like to ask my second in charge to join me, Tyler. Could you come up here, please? Where's your glass? Where's your glass? Tyler's just going to get his double brandy and Coke. I'm actually not going to say a hell of a lot tonight. There's not much to say because I think the people that are here tonight, Eduan's close friends and Marlize's close friends, will probably be able to tell you more about the two of them than I can tonight. However, when Eduan finished matric, I put him in my car and I drove down to Cape Town with him. And we ended up at a place called Ajax. And I can't remember who the coach was that time. I said, I have a very talented soccer player for you. He's a goalkeeper. And I think he can do really well for you. And they kept Eduan there for, I think, 6 weeks or so. And he phoned me and he said, yeah, I don't think we need Eduan in our squad. I said, okay, I'll tell you what. You keep him in your squad and I'll pay for him for the year. And 6 months later, he phoned me and he said, you were right. We can actually do something with this boy. And he went through the ranks and tried really hard, worked really hard. And as you all know, he played for numerous clubs and professional sides. They took him overseas and he won tournaments for them. But needless to say, he didn't make it. Or he did make it, but not where we wanted him to be. So I said to him, oh, you know what, Eduan, pack up, come back home and come work for me. And then we decided between the two of us that maybe it'll be better if he just packs his bags and goes overseas to find a better place, which he did. And I can tell you, I think the sky is his limit. Wait. He's a very dedicated person and a very honest sportsman. And Eduan, I wish you well. And I think you have next to you your force and your, what can I call it? Your love in your life to be with you. As you know, Marlize does not sit back. She's also a go-getter. She was probably one of the best reps in South Africa at the stage, if I'm right. Take it with you and go make Canada your own. My little sidekick here is confusing a little bit. I've got in my brain left here. You know, raising Eduan as a youngster was very easy. It wasn't a difficult task. But putting clothes on his bum was very difficult. Because if it didn't have Nike or Puma or Adidas on it, he wouldn't wear it. He was an expensive boy. Since he's left this country, I think 3 or 4 of those places have closed down. And yeah, it's been really difficult. Yeah, the Reds spent a lot of money on him. Yeah. We know when you wear a size 13 or 12 and a half, 13 boot, and your hands look like mittens and it's like a 14 and a half glove, which they bring from England for you because they're not big enough in South Africa. Yeah, so then you have a problem. You have a serious problem. And I was going to say something tonight, but I'm not going to. When he was a little youngster, and I refer to his feet. And you know what they say about men with big feet, eh? Huh? You know that, eh? Well, let me just say, I wasn't going to tell a joke, but I'm going to tell you a joke. I'm going to tell you a joke. This young lady walks into a Mexican pub. And at the table, there's a Mexican sitting with his feet up. And the first thing that strikes her is the size of his feet. So she walks over and she says, tell me, is it true what they say about men with big feet? He says, well, why did you come home with me tonight? And I can prove to you that. She said, okay, I'm in. So they go home and they do what they do. And the next morning she wakes up and she gives him a $100 bill, puts it next to his bed. The guy says, you know, nobody's ever paid me for my services. He says, no, don't get it wrong. I'm not paying you for the services. Maybe you should go buy a pair of shoes that fit you. Marlize, you are now one of us. Eduan, I think you did well. I think you look stunning. You now have another mom and dad. Yeah. And I'm now going to ask this little man next to me who came all the way from Chester in England to say a few words.
A few? More than a few? A few's like 2. A few's 2, so it's more than 2. Because the first 2 words are 2, so I wouldn't just be saying that. So I'll be saying more than that.
Okay.
Okay. Stand up. Please stand. On the behalf of my grandpa, I would like to propose a toast to my dad and Marlize. Please raise your glass.
To Eduan and Marlize. Cheers. I hope you guys have a wonderful future together. And you know what the nice thing is? You got an Instant family. Thank you.
What Andre forgot to mention is that the Mexican bar was called the Barn and Burrito. Sorry, guys. His pub in PE is called the Barn and Barrel. I wasn't brought up here to be funny. I was just brought up here to introduce people. So let's try that one again. So as there is always someone really important on the groom's side, there's someone just as important on the bride's side. So to say a few words and a prayer, I'd like to ask Marlize's dad, Eduan, to come up.
Eduan, Marlize, family and friends, I'm here to talk a little bit about Marlize. But before I do that, I want to state a few things that are close to my heart. That today was one of the most profound days and blessed days that I could have. That I had the privilege of walking you down the aisle. That was stunning for me. I know that if there was one thing that I wish I could grant you, is that your mother could be here today. I know that. We've come a long way, and I am acutely aware that that is a reality. You must know she's here today. She sees you grown up into a beautiful woman that has made it in life and is now graduating to the next stage. But if I think about Marlize, there's one thing that stands out, and that's self-confidence. The day she was born and the first few months, I don't want to talk about. They were hectic. You can ask me later, but I am not going to share those days. But since the early days, she was someone who was not shy of doing anything. I recall her opa, Uncle Ken, playing the piano and told him, carry on playing because I want to carry on dancing. That was Marlize. Life was full of fun with Marlize. You know, parents are stressful with kids that are full of self-confidence. Because if they get lost in the mall, they don't care. You stressed, they don't care. Because they are happy speaking to any stranger they could find. And that was Marlize. And we were frantic. We would find Marlize speaking to some stranger and couldn't be bothered about the parents who had a heart attack in the meantime. As life went along, that was not always something that was good. Because she developed a friendship with a little girl next door who could not be here today. And I know that's one of your best friends, Melissa. But what they did as little girls with self-confidence, I'm sure Marlize was the ringleader at that event, was they told us they're going to have a sleepover next door, which we all believe because we knew the neighbors, they're good people, and they would never allow anything bad to happen over there. They raided the liquor cabinet, got some boys across the road, and went and sit underneath the bridge and had a fun time. That was okay. We were looking for her all night, but Marlize, when she was caught, never really said she was sorry for what she did. That was the part of life which I think she was growing up pretty fast. And as she grew up, life changed and she grew up as a person. The self-confidence still remained. I remember because she took part of the Miss Willow Ridge, whatever they call themselves those days. I fortunately could not attend it, but I saw the video, which was a start in a life of being, I would call it an exhibitionist, but other people will call it something else. Nevertheless, her mother was there to enjoy the moment and shared it on video, and I could realize what kind of daughter I had and what she did. If you saw the video, you know exactly what I mean. But unfortunately, as life goes along, life dishes out some cards to you that you must play. And but before that, Marlize grew close to her mother, and she would share so many intimate things with her mother. I didn't know about that because I was the father, I was aloof, the daughter was with the mother. I was always there providing the necessary in the house, but she got close to her mother and started sharing things like mother and daughters would in terms of what's going to happen in the future. Weddings, boyfriends, babies, etc. Okay, I did not, but unfortunately, mother passed away. Very sad event in our lives, and I think that had a profound effect on many people, but on the two of us, an effect that I think very few people really understand what that meant to us. All of a sudden in our lives, there were two people that had to build a new life. And what I found is that I built an incredible relationship with my daughter that I don't think could be shared with many fathers around the world. What happened all of a sudden, I was giving advice to her about her love life, and she was doing the same to me. That is true. It is not a joke. But seriously, I had to deal with a lot of issues in her life as well. Now I had to go and do the things that she had to do and escort her where her mother would have gone along. I remember there was a Miss Varsity competition. Yeah, that was one of the ones, which that wasn't so bad. Then she went into the homegrown honeys FHM. Oh, wow. That was something, because I, by mistake, saw the photo she had to enter for the competition. But the best part of that, she was invited to a television interview. MK, I can't remember what it was, but as father, I had to escort her. Okay? Now you must understand, it's a very small studio. I don't know TVs, but it's minute. So whoever's in the TV business will maybe understand. On television, it looks like it's big, but on TV, on actual, it's very small. And she had to also promote herself to get votes in this event. And she was being interviewed, and the two presenters stood next to her. And you can imagine where the numbers were for people to vote on. Okay? Which was quite clear to see. But beside that, the event was about pickup lines. Now I'm sitting over there in the booth just on the side, and the presenters know this is the father of the girl over here. And he said, Marlize, can you tell us some of the pickup lines that have come your way? And I am expecting her to be quite okay with this and not present something which I would cringe, but this was the pickup line when Marlize came up, which she said, "Is that a mirror in your pants? Because I can see myself in it." On television. So in my life with my daughter Marlize, in the years that we were alone, we had some fun. I had to give her advice constantly about the boyfriends. And why do women always pick the bad boy? I don't know. I'm getting to Eduan, getting to you. And my advice is always to her, frank, direct, and honest. She knows that. because I had built a bridge of love with her, and I could speak to her like that, which was one of the best things in my life, and I appreciate that to this day. In her life came a gentleman by the name of Eduan. And I was the first person, she said, then who approved of her boyfriend. And Eduan, Eddie, I want to tell you, you have so much of my blessing to share the next part of your life with my daughter. And I wish the two of you all the best there in Canada. And I can see that, and I hope I can be part of it. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, can you raise your glasses with me and drink a toast to Eduan and Marlize.
All right, folks, don't forget that hashtag. Who remembers? You see, I told them, I promised you. Please, guys, Marlize has told me she's not allowing me out my room if she is tomorrow morning, if she is not trending by the end of tonight. Joe, I know you got more followers than all of us put in the room. And between you and Stephanie, can you guys make sure that this couple is trending by the end of tonight, please? Give away a jersey, give away anything. Just give something away. No. No. Please, guys, do not take anything home. It's not a Jewish wedding. I'm Jewish. That's why it's funny. All right, you guys, you remember the sweet table? Only later. Tyler? No sweets till later. Unless your dad says so. And if you look at him like that, he'll probably let you go right now. No? Okay, later. Guys, starters will be served, and we'll be back after that short little starters break. Cheers. Anybody missing? Or besides Chappies? Okay, all right. Eddie, you're looking very good under the light there. I believe you had a little touch-up done now, yeah? Was it good? Has Darren gone for one as well? All right. His wife's, what? Eddie, you got a wife now. You can't speak like that anymore. Denver, did you hear that? Oh, yeah, I think he meant your drink. All right, while we wait for Darren to come back, I'll have you guys know this is the second time tonight that Darren Rod has held up proceedings. It is not my fault. It's Darren's fault. So this is now the second time. Okay, so while we wait for Darren, Denver, I'm going to ask you to come up, please. Eddie, someone unfortunately wasn't able to be here tonight, visa issues and all, but he has sent a few words, and I'm going to ask Denver to please You said a few words.
That's what he said.
Jeez, it's an essay. I'm going to ask Denver to summarize it, okay?
My first time with the mic. So Eddie and Marlize, when you finished. 2 tequilas. 2 tequilas. So obviously, Craig was unfortunately unable to make it today as much as he would love to be here. So he sent me something that he'd like read out for the both of you. Eddie, a friendship that began on the soccer fields at Ajax, Cape Town, has progressed into a brotherhood spanning 13 years, 6 cities, in 3 different countries, and countless memories. This guy, Eddie, is an absolute gem, and Tyler has an amazing role model to look up to. Because he has a heart of gold and will do anything to help the people he cares so deeply about. Never expecting anything in return, just because that's how he loves. He leaves a mark on everyone he comes into contact with, although that probably has something to do with the size of his hands. Hashtag the Yeti. I'm deeply upset that I can't be there to share this day with you, my boy, but I look forward to sharing even more memories with you and Marlize as you start the next chapter of this journey of life. It hasn't always been easy, but I've seen it firsthand that the two of you have worked really hard at making it work. Even when it would have been easier to walk away, you have proven to all those around you that love wins. It wins when you choose it every day, and it wins when you realize that life is about the who you share it with. You both deserve all the happiness in the world because of the joy you bring to so many others. Much love, Craig.
Did you guys know that Denver is a lawyer, a qualified lifesaver, a water polo player, and 2010 Mr. South Africa? I'm serious. If you put his name into Google, you write Denver Burns, Mr. South Africa.
Everybody needs to Google exactly that.
Seriously, guys, not now because that would be rude, but when you're done, don't forget Denver Burns, Mr. South Africa. Pay attention to the Mr. SA Boneware Gallery. I kid you not. It's real, guys. Kids, not you. Sweet table, right? All right, guys, don't the bridesmaids look phenomenal? I've yet to ever go to a wedding where, regardless whether they look amazing or terrible, someone always says, don't the bridesmaids look amazing? But tonight they really do. Ladies and gentlemen, Taryn, and Jane.
Goals, how to make a good situation the best, and how to live with a passion and a spirit that is determined to have fun. You've shown me the value of trusting your instincts and believing wholeheartedly in love. Around you, somehow, the ordinary becomes extraordinary. You have a spirit that can never be subdued. It is filled with faith, love, trust, and passion, and you know how to follow it. We have so many wonderful, wild, and happy memories together, and there are too many to count, and each one is equally special, and today adds another one. I can't tell you how much it warms my heart watching you love and marry the man of your dreams, Eddie. Marlize and Eddie, you two mean the world to Michael and I. To see you both beaming in love on your special day is by far the best memory I have so far. Look after each other, love each other, protect each other, make new memories, make a home, make magic, as you always do, and life will be good. Because, Marlize, you have found somebody who knows what it is to have what you have, and it's spirit. To you too.
Good evening, everyone. So I only met Marlize in 2014. It's not very long ago. Darren was already in Joburg. We are originally from Cape Town. And I was up there to surprise Darren with Eddie's help. They had opened their home up to Darren when he was in need. And when I'd finally met Marlize on that trip, I really felt a friendship connection instantly. Marlize has such a heart of gold, and I felt that from the moment I met her. After moving up to Joburg permanently, we ended up moving into the same complex as them, literally 30 meters from each other. And that's really where our friendship began to grow. Coco would sleep at our place. Some days I'd rock up at home and Eddie was on our couch. Other days Darren was at their place playing PlayStation or Xbox, and quite a few evenings we had wine together, which was so much fun. Eddie and Marlize were truly our friendship rock after moving to a new city, and they really took us in and invited us everywhere. And those small gestures really just showed us what special people they truly are. Marlize, the weight you have had on your shoulders really shows the true strength and grace you have, and that really doesn't go unnoticed. You are stunning inside and out, and I'm so incredibly happy to see that you are with the man you truly deserve. A man that will love you, support you, and carry you through any other hardships that may come your way. Though you are both very, very far away from us, and we don't speak as often as either of us would like, just know that you'll always have a warm bed in our home, a seat at our table, and a place in our hearts forever.
Marlize and my story began 13 years ago, when I, as a freshly matriculated high school student, quite shy, wet behind the ears and a bit introverted, came into contact with this bright-eyed, zesty, not-so-introverted energy bunny. We quickly clicked, and faster than I knew it, became extremely close varsity buds, a friendship that has since surpassed just the jawling years and grown into something lifelong that I cannot imagine my life without. Marlize and I have had more fun and laughs together than I can ever recount. Owning the dance floor, having complete alter egos, testing our liver capacities, and plain innocent young girl amusement made up most of our studying days. Hatfield Square at some point became our second residency. And Mr. Meerendal, I know we have to take responsibility for just a few of your grey hairs today, but please take comfort in knowing that these are memories I will look back on and cherish for the rest of my life. We have since grown up together, and over the years have been by each other's side through many of life's ups and downs. Countless get-togethers, sleepovers, phone calls, our group couples dinners, some chefs better than others, I'm just saying. Marlize, you've certainly come a long way from the days of calling me to explain step by step how to cook a sweet potato. Eddie, you're welcome. Most recently, our FaceTime calls halfway across the world always leave me recharged and a little more upbeat once I've simply heard your voice. Marlize was and still is my friend who has left me speechless on more occasions than I can recall. Marlize will tell someone exactly what's on her mind in a heartbeat with no beating around the bush, stick up for her friends before she knows the full story, and still makes me cringe when she will ask anyone, anytime, anywhere to take a picture of us, and believe me, if she's not happy with the photo, will ask for it to be retaken until she's completely satisfied. These are just a few of the characteristics that make her so incredibly unique and one of a kind. Marlize has always been a strong, independent woman who truly sparkles wherever she goes. Once she puts her mind to something, you better believe she's going to achieve it. No words can ever truly express the admiration and respect Marlize forever holds in my heart when I look back at what she has overcome and picked herself up from in her life. Eddie, there was a time in Marlize's life when I thought we'd lost a piece of her forever, but you brought that back to life. You've made her whole again, and the immense love that this lady has for you is immeasurable. I see it through her eyes when she looks at you and even just mentions your name. You started as friends, and watching you two grow into the couple you've become today has been an absolute pleasure. Eddie, you truly swept Marlize off of her feet and possess all of the qualities and even more that she ever could have imagined. You know how to handle each other on good days and bad, through the laughter and the tears, encourage one another to accomplish your dreams no matter how extraordinary they may seem. and have overcome whatever obstacles have been thrown your way. And Eddie, you've totally learned to embrace the amount of selfies that you will forever be subjected to. When I thought about the two of you and exactly how to explain what you represent, I came across a quote from Roy Croft that highlights your relationship to the T. I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I'm with you. I love you not only for what you've made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for the part of me that only you bring out. I'm so honored to stand here today and bear witness to such an incredible love story. Marlize, I never thought that you would ever meet a man who you loved as much as your dad. And although Mr. Meerendal, you'll always be a king, she has certainly found her prince. And I wish you both all the very best on this exciting new chapter in your lives. I cannot wait to see what you two will conquer next together.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's raise our glasses.
We didn't bring any.
And this is two friends who have truly become our family. Congrats, Eddie and Marlize.
Right, from a beautiful bride and her groom to Mr. South Africa to a 5FM DJ and her possibly soon-to-be journalist, best journalist in the country, husband, maybe sometime soon, hopefully. After that little nudge earlier in the ceremony, we all heard it. We're now going to welcome up, arguably, the shortest man in the room, with the longest speech, and provided he can read his speech in tiny, tiny font with his prescription glasses, let's welcome up Eddie's best man, Brett.
Jeez, MCs these days. This is a really, really good place to have a wedding, right next to a bar. Well done, guys. So Marlize sent me my speech, and he's not joking. She sent it in a really, really small text. But I think before I even start trying to read off this page, it's really important for us to recognize how unbelievable Marlize looks tonight. I mean, that's pathetic. What is that? Come on, there's 64 people in the room, and that's what we're going to get. Come on. Okay, Marlize, you can sit while we celebrate how unbelievable you look. There we go. Cheers, guys. Oh, I'll drink too. Loosen up for the speech that I didn't prepare for. I generally did print it on this ridiculous paper, and I completely forgot about my inability to see. So I expect more from you guys. Come on. There we go. So I've paid that table over there to laugh during my speech to give me gaps so I can read what I've prepared, and none of you are laughing, so you've got to give it too. So you might be wondering why I'm actually standing over here, and it's Eduan over there. He was looking for a best man, so he went to the most intelligent friend he had, and he asked him, "Hey, mate, do you want to be my best man?" And unfortunately, he said no. So he went to the best-looking guy he knew, and he said, "Hey, mate, will you be my best man?" And he said no. So he went to the funniest guy he knew, and I thought, "Geez, this guy's asked me twice already. I might as well say yes." Fine, I'll be best man. Okay, this is when I started reading. That was the only part I remembered. I've got nothing. I'm supposed to come back with something, but I've got nothing. But really, how do I have the honor of standing here being the best man of that guy over there? And the truth is, it goes far back. Me and him met at Alexander Road High School. I was probably in grade 8, shorter than a dustbin. And poor Eduan over there was only looking at the 14-year-old boob height So he never saw me. So we probably only became friends in grade 9. Yeah. But that was after my 3 centimeters of major growth, which is where I'm right now today. And we clicked. I was a cocky young lad, and Eduan was still stuck on his stock standard flirtatious opening line of, "Hi, my name's Eduan Nordier. It's my surname. My first name is my surname backwards." Yeah. Yeah. You guys might have heard it, probably all the ladies in the room at least. Yeah. But he added to that, because that was never ever going anywhere. Eventually in the future he managed to add, "Hi, I'm Eduan Nordier, I'm a professional footballer." Who invented this feature on the phone that makes it auto-rotate? It's really ruining my speech. Now I have to scroll again. No, I need this. I talk... No, I'm going to use that. It gives me a break, because then I can be like, I didn't see what I was reading. You see, the problem back then was Eduan was desperately wanting the attention of the opposite sex, but he had absolutely no idea how to approach them. That's where I came in, a 1'3" human being with the personality of a Jack Russell, and I'd walk into any conversation with any ladies and I would say something completely inappropriate, and then that gave Eduan the opportunity to walk in and say, "I'm so sorry about my friend," which was a massive opening line for him. And that was my job done. I was completely finished. I could go back to fixing a computer or playing that famous women's game, field hockey. You guys might have heard of it. Then Eduan's charm and charisma and chemically straightened hair would then take him into... would make the poor 14-year-old Betty fall hopelessly in love with him. Possibly the most likable guy in PE, next to Darren's cousin who lives just outside Uitenhage. Not PE, I suppose. I shouldn't have said that. But those love affairs would never last, and I'd spend countless hours worried about my friend's future. Would he ever find someone? Would he ever fall in love? Would the dween ever settle down? Port Elizabeth's very own Cristiano Ronaldo. Sorry. Cristiano Ronaldo's the only good-looking soccer player I know, and obviously there's no good-looking goalkeepers out there. That was the best reference I could come up with. So who would be able to turn Eduan into a fully fledged, soppy, in love wuss? And I was convinced nobody could, but later on came Miss FHM Homegrown Honey, thanks to her father's chauffeuring abilities. Yeah. And he was still aimed with the, "Hi, my name's Eduan Nordier, I'm French, and it's my name spelled backwards," but he had the professional footballer thing going on for him. So somehow, Marlize fell for him. I have no idea how. But it happened. And it was then that things started to shift in Eduan's life. And to be absolutely frank, he went from the dominant lion. If any of you guys saw his high school matric dance photos, he looked like Simba. He went from the dominant lion to something more resembling a Yorkie, which I believe they bought a couple of years later. Thank you. Come on. Give me a little bit more than that. He had met his match. He finally met someone who spent a bit more time on their hair than him, with a stronger personality and a bigger social butterfly. But game over, there he was, completely done. And how excited am I that it happened. The truth is, Eduan and I are completely different. Well, you know, one of us is funny, intelligent and talented, and one of us is good at soccer. But it's these vast differences in personality that made most people wonder how we were so close. But what I normally tell people who notice the strange friendship working is that Eduan isn't my mate. He's my brother, and he became that without my choice. He just became my brother. And thanks, that gives me time to read. Maybe one more R from the crowd. He became my brother completely out of choice. And that's what's happening again tonight. Marlize, you becoming part of my family too, and you've got no choice in the matter. I wouldn't celebrate too soon. You'll see me later on the dance floor. The beauty of the situation is that family, unlike friends, we can't get rid of each other. We fight, we disagree, and sometimes we hate each other, but we're stuck with each other. And now you guys are stuck with each other too. It's going to be a bloody wonderful life. Another cheer? More time to read? There we go. Life is really so meaningful when you spend it with someone. My wife's had 3 glasses of wine, so I'm not sure I can say the same tonight, but No, really, it really, really is. And we're going to be watching on the sidelines, all of us over here today. But sub us in onto the field whenever you guys need absolutely anything. We're absolutely more than happy to jump in and help. And we're so excited to be on the field with you, playing the game of life. It's really, oh, there we go. It's really, really going to be a successful life that you two live, and we're really, really excited that you're in Canada, and that we know you're going to really be. There we go. That's my wife. Yeah. I've always told people that Eduan creates his own luck, and he really does. Like, you go to a concert with the bugger, and like he would catch the drumsticks, and you go to like a cricket game, and he'd be the guy that catches the ball going for a six. He's always that guy somehow, and somehow now he's created that own luck to catch Marlize. Yeah. But the truth is now, Marlize, that luck that he creates has become your luck, and you are incredibly lucky to have caught this guy. He's the kindest, most compassionate guy. And I have absolutely no doubt he'll do absolutely anything for you. You guys are going to have a wonderful life together. And I'm so excited to be part of that. I was, my intention was now, obviously, like, you guys would never be that impressed by me. And I was going to try and bring Tyler in so that everyone thinks that I did a great job, because everyone loves that guy. He's got a great accent. And he was going to come and do a toast, but then Graham stole my idea over there. So I think we can all jump up again, because again, we're close to the bar. And I would appreciate it if we could really, really celebrate these two people who are now my family, and we could wish them the absolute best in their life together. Cheers. Thanks, guys. I don't know if you guys noticed, but they toasted without me. So much for life together.
All right, well done, Brett. You were rather nervous earlier, but you pulled that off just fine. I have no idea how I'm going to continue. So we're going to move into something a little exciting, because I don't know how to after that. So can you guys bring your chairs to the front, please? Eddie, you don't have to get undressed. That later, buddy, later. What this is about now, we're going to give you guys an opportunity to learn a little bit more about the couple, but we're also going to have an opportunity to see how much they know about each other. Just to test the waters, who are you marrying tonight? Well done. And you get to give them a round of applause if they get it right. And if they get it wrong, I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the first question, we're going to ease into them a little bit. Who has the better handwriting? Oh, the reason they circle like this is so that they can't figure out who's saying what, obviously, right? Because we all knew that. Okay. Who makes the better breakfast? She really had to think about that one. What's your favorite breakfast? Made by Eddie or you? Because you were hesitating for a moment. Okay. Eddie, you know that, eh? French toast, bacon and maple syrup. My house tomorrow. Make them not bacon, please. Who is the better dancer? Oh, there we go. You lost that one. Sorry. Right. Darren, you're not allowed to answer this one. After a big night out, who gets home the latest? Okay, here's one you asked me the other night, so I have to return the favor. Who is the big spoon? floor. Who has more pink items in their wardrobe? Pink. Fair enough. Apparently, Eduan was seen last night wearing pink. Salmon. That's what I said. Right, here's another one that came from the floor. Who spends more time on their hair? Right, another one you asked me. Payback's a bit chilly. Which one of you has the most exes? Okay, moving on swiftly. Who is more likely to kill a spider? Like me, you just ran. Alright. Who has the biggest shoe collection? Who will be the first to land up in a jail cell? Alright guys, this one may be quite difficult to answer. Who makes more noise when you're sleeping? When you, Eddie, get your mind out the gutter. When you're sleeping. Alright guys, the last one. This is a difficult one, so get ready. Who do you love the most? Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Brian Lewis. Can we get this on camera, video, Instagram, Facebook Live?
It fits if I'm not in the winner.
All right, guys, so now it is that time of night where we get told all sorts of things about why we're here, what we're doing here, and what's planned for the future. Will we? Maybe. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause.
I'm
for
too sexy for
Eduan.
my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave.
Okay, so unlike Brett, I actually planned correctly, and I do have 18 pages, but that's because I printed the font big enough to actually read it. So you can keep going. Okay, unfortunately, I didn't really plan this too well. I've had a very hectic 10 days, and as Justin pointed out, I was MC at his wedding recently, so he took up all my time, because I might have an 18-page speech, but he had an 18-page itinerary. So all my time has been consumed just trying to make it through his wedding. Please bear with me. I'm going to try not get too emotional. I think I might have given all my tissues away. I'm going to try my best. You might just have... No, I've got one left. I've got one left. I should be okay. Thank you. Okay. I'm not really too sure where to start because, you know, there's so much love for every single person in this room. But to be honest, I think the best place to start is with my beautiful wife. I know I've told you many times today how beautiful you look, but you do look absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so proud to call you my wife. I'm going to try my best to keep this brief despite the 18 pages. I'll try to get through it as quickly as possible because, let's be honest, you're not here to hear me talk crap all night. I know that you're actually here for the food. Brett, he's put on a couple of pounds recently. And I know a lot of you are here for a good Joel Denver. Denver had his wedding 2 days ago. So congrats to him. And he closed the dance floor, which was pretty impressive with the amount of alcohol he drank. So hopefully you'll leave some alcohol for the rest of us, but I do still want you to close the dance floor with me tonight. So I'm just going to start with a couple of formalities and some thank yous. I just obviously, again, like to thank every single person that is here tonight. You've all played some role in our life, whether it's been individually or us as a couple. And I know that we are pretty stingy with who we share our time with. I know I'm quite a good judge of character, and I don't like to waste my time with people that aren't like-minded and aren't going to improve me as a person. And I know Marlize is the same. So every single person that's in this room is here because you deserve to be here, and I cannot thank you enough for taking the time to be here tonight to share this special day with us. That's page 1. And your support, your messages, your guidance, FaceTime/WhatsApp calls, and most importantly, your love has really got us through some tough times and has kept us going. So again, just so happy to be here with everybody. I know that we've had some people travel from down under. From Sydney, Australia. So Brett, Denver, Helen, and Sabrina, we cannot thank you guys enough for traveling all this way to be here with us today. It really is super special for us, and it means the world that you are here. So we look forward to coming to visit you guys soon. Apparently Brett's been racking up the Voyager miles so that he can fly me all expenses paid business class to Sydney.
Bring some lamb for us.
I think the shrimp and the barbie, mate. I know some of you have driven from far away, some of you have flown from all over the country, and I'd love to mention you all individually, but obviously we'd be here for a while if we did that. So I just want to thank everybody that has got in a car, got on a plane, got on a bike, walked, whatever you've done to be here tonight, thank you so much. To Justin Asher, the MC for the night. So again, I know I've had quite a crazy schedule, and I was MC at Justin's wedding, and apparently I did a sterling job. So I thought I'd return the favor and see if he could do it, and so far so good. Yeah, so far so good. Night's still young though, so keep up the great job, and look forward to hearing what else you have to say. Then to Steph, thank you so much for marrying us today. With such grace and class. It really was fantastic to have you up there, and thank you so much. I ran into Steph earlier before the wedding started. I'm not too sure who was more nervous, to be honest, but you really did not look nervous up there. You did an amazing job, so thank you. I don't know if you can see that amazing cake right over there. Justin, Damster, and Rain, thank you guys so much. It looks phenomenal, and you really did a fantastic job to get that sorted out for us. One of myself and Marlize's first dates when we were still friends was actually at Atasha's, and we had red velvet cake with coffee, so that holds a special place in our hearts. So thank you very much for making that a reality for us. Into the trifecta, the lovely ladies that were up here earlier, Jane, Taryn, and Taryn. It's a good thing I'm a married man, because you guys look absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry. Easy. As Donovan just raised his eyebrow now, and he's from the South Boot, so I'm going to just keep quiet, because I wouldn't be walking out of here. There's a lake at the bottom. I might not leave. But honestly, your support and love towards Marlize, I can't really put that into words. I know she's extremely grateful for everything you've done, and I'm extremely grateful for everything that you've done for her. And some of you might know Marlize had her bachelorette party just 3 days ago, which I was pretty nervous about, to be honest. If anybody's ever been out drinking with Marlize, you'll understand why. But in true Taryn, Jane, Taryn, I think that's quite a cool TJT. In true TJT style, everything was perfect. And she had the time of her life, and she was telling me all about it the next day, which means it wasn't too bad of a day, because usually if she's had a tough night, she's not speaking. And she walked down the aisle looking as beautiful as ever, so I know it couldn't have been too bad. But I know she values your friendship more than she'll ever dare to admit. And I look forward to having you guys in our lives for years to come. So thank you very much. I know we both love you to bits. To my groomsmen, to my boys, I know there's a couple of guys that couldn't be here at this point in time. Craig, unfortunately, is stuck in America sorting out his visa. Darren Keat was selfishly playing for Bafana last night and helping them qualify for AFCON. So that was pretty cool. So he can't be here, selfish guy. Chose the country over me. And then obviously Matt was here earlier but had to unfortunately leave. So I've only got Brett and Denver in front of me. But to be honest, those are probably the two that, if anything, I'd want you two to be here. So thank goodness you are here, because I would not have accepted you not being here. So. What's that? You leaving? Sure, no problem. So, I mean, I could stand up here all night and chat about you guys, but I know you know exactly how I feel, and I'm not going to try to put that into words right now, but it's a friendships that we've forged over many, many years, and I cannot wait to see where these friendships will lead. I know we're all over the globe, and, you know, it's tough for us to stay in contact sometimes when you're 16 hours ahead of me in a day, so that... Speak to your Prime Minister. But I know that you know, whenever we do pick up the phone, whenever we do chat, it's as if no time has passed. Whenever we do see each other, we just pick right up where we left off. So again, I cannot thank you guys enough. And Brett, great little speech. I really appreciate it. Next time, just print it bigger so you can actually see. But great job. So thanks again, boys. I love you both. Okay, so this is where things might get a bit tough for me emotionally, because I'm going to start with the family, so I'm going to try my best, so please just bear with me. I'm going to start off with the next generation of our families. The nieces and nephews sitting in the corner there. There we go. The not so young and small kids anymore. You're really starting to make me feel old, so stop growing up so damn quick, please. But Byron, Morgan, Bianca, and Madison, you're all growing up to be such beautiful human beings, and I'm so proud of you guys. I still can't believe how big you guys are getting. It's ridiculous. It's blowing my mind, but it's truly special to have you guys here tonight, and I know Tyler's having a great time with his cousins, so it's really amazing for you guys to be here, so thank you. To my much older brothers, much older. They're the two grey guys sitting in the corner over there. Having our families in one place and having all the kids in one place is not something that happens very often. So I cannot thank you guys enough for making it down here and getting here and bringing everybody down. It really does mean the world to me. You're both a massive inspiration to me. I've always looked up to you guys from as far back as I can remember. My earliest memories that I can think of is with you guys. So whether it was Eugene putting me in the back of his, I think it might have been a Ford Escort, and chucking me down a dirt road and spinning the wheels out and just making dust fly. I remember that as a small kid. I don't know if that was safe, and I don't know if Mom knew about it, but I can think back at that. I think back at moments where I must have been about 12, 13 years old, so I didn't have a very powerful leg. I was still starting out with my soccer thing, but Jacques jumped in goal, and I kicked a very soft ball, but I broke his finger, and he had to have an operation to sort his finger out, and that was before I could actually kick a ball. So memories like that is just stuff I'll never forget, and again, I just cannot thank you guys enough for being here, getting the families together, and I love you both. To the big man in the corner, Tyler. Yes, ladies, he's starting to get undressed. Just cover the eyes, please. It was absolutely incredible to have you next to me today. walking down the aisle with the rings, and it was just such a special moment to have you here today. You're turning into such a little champion. I'm so proud of you. That accent is blowing me away. I love it. I want that accent, so if you could just give me some of that. I love you more than words can describe. But you know I'll do anything for you, and I'll do my best to make sure that you do not need anything in your life ever. I love you. To the mothership, the mother duck, the old lady, I love you lots. You're one of the strongest people I know. You have taught me everything I know about life. Your loving guidance has shaped me into the man I am today. Your selflessness meant that I never went without anything. And you sacrificed so much for me just so I had the best opportunities in life. Thank you, you mean the world to me, and I'm so proud to have you here tonight and so proud to be your son. And you need to stop crying every time I come greet you, because I'm trying to have a little bit of a conversation. And every time I hug you, you immediately burst out into tears, and it's pretty difficult for me to have a conversation because my natural reaction to tears is humor, right? So that doesn't work very well when I want to have a serious conversation. So I love, but on a serious note, I do love you, and thank you for everything that you sacrificed over the years for me to be in the position I am today. So massive round of applause for my mom. Can we actually all just raise our glasses to my mother? Love you, Mom. To my dad and to Dee, you guys are extremely special to me. Your support and advice has been the pillar on which I've built my adult life. Your work ethic and sacrifices have shown me that anything is possible if you're willing to put in the effort. There's so many things I could say, but I just don't have enough ink and enough paper because I know my dad's worried about the trees. But I love you to bits. I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support, all the advice that you guys have given me, and all that you have sacrificed, again, for me to be in the position I'm in today. Yes, round of applause. I'm actually extremely, extremely proud of my dad that he came up here and got through that speech that he did without crying. My dad is an extremely emotional man, and he cannot talk about his family without getting a tear in his eye. So I'm very proud of you getting through that speech with minimal. I think I might have lost the bet because I'm pretty sure I bet someone that he won't make it through 3 words without starting to cry. So I think Denver, I think you owe me a tequila later. 3 tequilas. No, but on a serious note, thank you guys for everything. And again, I would just like to raise a glass just to say thank you to you both, and just a nice charge of glasses and just a toast to both Dee and my dad. Thank you so much. And also, another massive thank you. I know you guys have heard a lot about the sweetie table. Massive thank you for all the effort that you guys have put into to make that look so beautiful. Thank you so, so much. To Gideon and Mandy, or as Marlize for some reason calls him Gideon. I don't know where that, when she calls you Gideon, I'm like, it's not Gideon, it's Gideon. Yeah, I don't know, Gideon, she needs to stick to her roots. I'm extremely grateful for the woman that you have raised, Gideon. I'm obviously going to touch a bit on her traits shortly, but you've done an exceptional job, an excellent job at raising a beautiful woman inside and out. I know the first day you met me, you sort of looked me up and down with the tattoos on the arm, and you're like, who's this footballer covered in tattoos? And I'm pretty sure you must have thought the worst, and you just thought it's another bad boy walking in the door in true Marlize fashion. but I hope that I've proven myself worthy of your and Marlize's love. And I promise to take really good care of her. When she is looking for some serious advice, though, I might just every now and then pass it on to you. No? No? Okay, so it's all my, okay, it's all me. Okay. That's what happens after 30 years of dealing with Marlize, apparently. Mandy, thank you so much. I did say thank you to earlier, but for just, I know Marlize kept on saying how calm you kept her throughout this whole thing. So a massive thank you for all your help with some of the planning with the decor and just, again, keeping her so calm. So, yeah, it's just a blessing. I'm just grateful to have you both in my life. Thank you. So I never got the privilege to meet Marlize's mom. But I know that she's smiling down on you right now, and she's super proud of the woman you've become. I know you've told me many. I know you've told me many times that she would love me, so I hope she's smiling down on me too. If you guys know the last 10 days, there have been 3 separate bachelor parties and 2 weddings where I have not lifted a drink with my right hand, or in Brett fashion, you have to keep your pinky under the glass. So just a warning to everybody, drink with your left hand tonight and make sure your pinky is under your drink. You'll thank me later. And now, the woman of the hour, the day, the month, the year, and now the rest of my life. My beautiful wife. I mean, what I say to show you how I really, really, really feel about you. I mean, it's been quite a journey. And I'm going to do my best to get through this without chunking like a newborn puppy. So I will really, really try my best. I know that I've told you 1,000 times today how beautiful you look. But I truly do mean it. You look gorgeous and absolutely stunning. And I can't believe that you actually agreed to marry me. But anyway, that's a separate conversation. You look just as spectacular across the room today as you did at the teatro that night. You were radiant from across the room. So you stood out in front of a massive crowd. So again, you look just as beautiful tonight. Marlize often says when I do something that surprises her and she can't believe that I was so sweet about something, she'll say, "Where did I find you?" And I always have to remind her that I literally found her. So I'm the one that found you, not the opposite way around. We've had quite the journey in our 6 years together. We've moved cities multiple times. Me leaving her in Port Elizabeth after 3 months and her having to endure another 3 months without me. We've moved countries for the 2nd time, which is no easy task, but I honestly can say that there's no way I'd want to do life with anyone else. And I look forward to many years of adventures that lie ahead of us. Hopefully not too many more moving countries. Maybe to Sydney, maybe. I'd possibly do that just because it's slightly warmer. Slightly. You surprise me every day at how strong and courageous you are, and I'm so proud of you. I know that sometimes you don't believe how strong you are, but you truly are one of the strongest people I know. And you need to give yourself some more credit for that sometimes, but I'm super, super proud of you. You've made me a better man, a better person, and I couldn't imagine my life without you. No day is complete if I didn't really make a bit of fun of Marlize, just a little. I mean, for her last birthday, she asked if she could have a day with no sarcasm or poking fun at her. I politely declined, because that's just not my style. It's more fun making fun of her, and if, again, really close friends know that's pretty easy. So, like every relationship, there are things that you laugh about as a couple. One of those things is how terrible Marlize's geography is. She's horrible. She has got no sense of direction. But I cannot wait to travel the world with you so that I can show you where everything is, right? And so that you can at least learn the difference between South and North America. She once asked me if Trump is the president of North America. I cannot wait for those dinners where it takes you 20 minutes to decide what we'd like to eat. I promise to be patient and give you every option possible to choose from. Or when I'm driving in the car and we can't decide what to get on the way home, I promise to pull over, be patient until you decide. I do, however, not promise to stop buying sneakers and shoes. No sacrifices there. I do, however, promise to be courteous as possible and make sure there's enough space for you in the closets so you can at least put some of your shoes in there. I promise to walk slower when we're on holiday. I know, thanks, Michael. I know that one of my steps is 3 of yours, so I promise to try be a little bit more courteous there and walk a bit slower. I think Jane touched upon the picture thing. I promise to pose for as long as you need until we get that perfect picture, whether it means encountering 5 passerbys at the same area to make sure we get the same photo, or running after people because that person looks like they can take a good photo. I promise to be as patient as possible. I promise to laugh with you every day. I also promise to laugh at you every day. But I'll do my best to try not be sarcastic with you every day. Not gonna happen. But most importantly, I promise to love you unconditionally, support you wholeheartedly, and give you all I have to give. Yeah, last page. 18 is actually blank, just for a little note, but it's fine. I'd like to finish off with a poem that was written by a true wordsmith and lyricist. His words have encouraged many around the world. His name is Big Sean. He collaborated with another true genius of his time by the name of Justin Bieber. This is from a song called As Long As You Love Me. I'm not going to seriously sing, but I don't know if this makes sense, but you're my hallelujah. Give me a time and place, I'll rendezvous it, I'll fly you to it, I'll beat you there. Girl, you know I've got you. Us, trust, a couple things I can't spell without you. Now we're on top of the world, because that's just how we do. Used to tell me sky's the limit, now the sky's our point of view. When we're stepping out like, whoa, oh gosh, cameras point at you. Ask me what's my best side, I stand back and point at you, you. The one that I argue with, feel like I need a new girl to be balling with, but the grass ain't always green on the other side, it's green where you water it. So I know we've got issues, baby, true. But I'd rather work on this with you than to go ahead and start with someone new, as long as you love me.
Right, guys, are we hungry? Yeah? Do we remember what the hashtag is? Oh, come on. What's the hashtag? Thank you. The youngest kids in the room get it. Guys at the back here, I'm disappointed. I expected more, eh? All right, so we're going to go into main course. There are a few things that are going to happen afterwards, so guys, please don't go away. Darren, please make sure you're back on time. All right, guys, we're going to get underway now. But before we cut the cake, there's a very interesting story we're going to tell. Tyler, do you remember earlier Stephanie spoke about the ring? And she told you why it's so important. Okay, so now we're going to tell you a little story about... We're going to get to the cake. But first, we're going to tell you a little story about why the ring is on this finger. This one, right? Okay. So I'm going to hand over to the groom, who's going to tell us the story. I think he's been practicing because he said it at my wedding a few nights ago and he completely messed it up. So now the pressure's on you because it's your own wedding. So yeah, don't get it wrong.
Okay, so we're going to take our hands, we're going to put them together. Okay, so right now, our thumbs represent our parents. Okay, our index fingers represent our siblings. Middle finger represents yourself, for obvious reasons. Ring finger represents your spouse. And your pinky finger represents your kids. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take ourselves out of the equation. So we're going to fold our middle fingers in, and we're going to have our knuckles touching at the second knuckle. Okay, has everybody managed to do that? Perfect. Okay, so you'll be able to see that your thumbs can separate. Yes? Okay, because that's your parents. You'll move away from home, your parents continue their own lives, you move out, you do your own thing, you find your own loves. Your siblings, you can separate. Your siblings move on, they'll go and have their own lives, have their own kids, do their own things. Okay? Your children will grow up so they can separate. They'll grow up and they'll have their own lives, do their own things. Okay? But if you keep your middle finger, your middle finger, the knuckle there, you'll notice you cannot separate your spouse finger. Try as hard as you can. You cannot separate your spouse if you keep that knuckle together. And that's because we make a lifelong commitment to our spouse to never ever separate. And that's what we've done today, and I hope to never ever separate from you, ever.
Blown away. Right, was anybody able to separate? Lies. So if you're wondering...
I think this is best to group in the corner.
If you're wondering what happened the other night, basically, Eduan folded the wrong figure and then told everyone to separate the spouse. And everyone separated. Well, that was awkward. So at least he got it right tonight, and there's no separation yet. All right, I'm going to ask the bride and groom to please stand and make their way to the cake.
Off from my home, we're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well you already know. So just imagine, I can see but you when you dance still. Good creeping up on you, so just dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance. And ain't nobody leaving, so keep dancing. I can't stop believing.
Guys, Eddie has been practicing many years in Tiger for this moment.
I found a love for me, darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. Kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time, darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright this time. Darling, just hold my hand, be my girl, I'll be your man. I see my future in your eyes.
Please feel free to join the bride and groom on the dance floor.
Dancing in the dark, with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this. Darling, you look perfect tonight. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark, with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, or listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I have met an angel in person, and she looks perfect. I don't deserve this. You look perfect tonight.
single men on the dance floor. All the single men on the dance floor.